In part 3 of this lecture, I'm going to define some of the abilities that I mentioned in part 2. The concept of intelligence represents a person's general intellectual capacity. More specifically, we can think of it as the ability to learn and adapt to the situation. Sometimes you'll see intelligence represented by the letter G. Intelligence includes things like the ability to reason, plan ahead, and solve problems. Generally speaking, the more complex a job, the more predictive intelligence is of performance and success in that job. What this means is that if we're hiring someone for a complex job, like attorney, surgeon, accountant, executive, an intelligence test of some kind could be an important predictor of job performance. Intelligence is made up of many categories of cognitive abilities. Cognitive ability is also known as mental ability. In this hierarchy, you can see that intelligence, G, is at the very top. Beneath intelligence are these broad abilities: fluid intelligence, crystallized intelligence, the ability to remember, to perceive visual and auditory stimuli, the ability to retrieve memories, and the speed at which all of this happens. Within each of these broad categories, there are more specific cognitive abilities. Physical abilities include strength, endurance, and movement. If a job requires a great deal of muscular strength, we might look at things like muscular tension, muscular power, muscular endurance. Some jobs might require flexible body movements or a great deal of balance. It's important to note that we can only test for physical abilities that are essential to the job. As you can imagine, there are thousands of abilities that IO psychologists can measure. Sensory abilities are another category. These abilities include the capacity to taste, see, hear, smell, and feel. In order for our senses to work, our bodies have to be able to perceive stimuli in the environment and interpret it. Psychomotor abilities are the physical functions of body movements and include things like coordination, dexterity, and reaction time. Someone who can play a musical instrument or perform medical procedures likely has psychomotor abilities. Perceptual-motor abilities are slightly more complex. Some jobs require high levels of sensory abilities and psychomotor abilities. When we combine these two types of abilities, we call them perceptual-motor abilities. Jobs that require perceptual motor abilities often require some level of speed, where employees are constantly using their 5 senses and receiving feedback, making adjustments, changing the way that they move. Think of professional athletes who work very hard for several hours at a time using both their senses and their psychomotor abilities. I don't expect you to memorize the different categories of abilities. You can use ONET to look up abilities associated with different jobs. I wanted to show you examples of some of the abilities that IO psychologists measure.